All right, first vlog, day in the life of a hustler. We're gonna show you why we don't take off days. All right, we stopped in at Walmart to see if we could check in on the clearance. This brand new Legos, 20 bucks, normally 35. This is $10 off. You know, not bad, not great. These aren't really the profit margins that we're really looking for. Even these, we have some of these, you know, they're half off, $6 a piece. We'll probably get 10 bucks out of them eventually. So in general, what we want to be getting is about at least, for every $1 we spend, we want to be making 3. So, you know, 30% on the total, what we're going to be buying, or we're going to be selling things for. So getting 50% off isn't even enough to really handle the overhead of everything that it takes to run the business, and you'll be seeing that shortly because we're going to be hitting the booths today. And the $1 and the $3 is probably on the low end. That's the lowest of the thresholds that we can actually, that's about as low as we can take it in. Usually we want to be at like a 90%. So we pay 10%, like $1 into 10, basically. $10 into a $100 item is the sweet point. But I mean, we've at times we've 30x'd, 60x'd, $1 into 60, $1 into 100. Jared's hit a 100x before. That was a screen mask that he found. He paid $1 for it and sold it for 100 in literally 5 minutes. Other things that'll come in to factor whether or not we buy something. Look, these retail $25, they're $8 here. I'm not gonna buy these. Why am I not gonna buy these? Even though they're at that 30% threshold, they're not gonna sell. I would spend $25 getting 3 of them, and then they would sit on the shelf. And we would probably be taking it out of the booth eventually, just to sell online for maybe what we paid for it. So I decided to come down into the toys because I saw a lot of clearance stickers. These things are not even close to the threshold, but if it was something that I wanted to buy my daughter or son, then, you know, this isn't bad. From 33 to 23, you know, you save yourself $10 on this. If it's something that your kid would enjoy, these are savings that I would, this would be on things that I wanted for myself, obviously not for the business. So you should always be looking out for deals like this. Hold off on buying things, because look, $15 off, that's a huge, that's like, what, 30% off of that? And this is just every day, any day. You know, $10 off that. So you always got to keep your eyes open. See right here, we got all sorts of sealed Lego on rollback for about 20% off, all down the line. Obviously, I'm not a collector of Lego, and it's not in the business threshold, so not interested. But if you were a collector, there's no reason that you got to break the bank to do it. It's about 20% off all of the rollback. So ultimately, we didn't find anything at Walmart that is acceptable for the business. Those figures that I showed you, they were $8 a piece. That's not something that I'd be interested in at that price. Now, why didn't I buy it? It won't sell, right? It will be a slow sell, and at 30% of the retail, and honestly, we probably wouldn't even get the 25 out of it. We probably would get 20 for it, if eventually, right? However, those things were $1, $2. That's within the threshold that I would consider hanging on to it for a bit, right? If I buy it for $1, put it up for 20, hang on to it for 6 months in the booth, eventually that $1 is going to make me that $20, right? I'll be okay with sitting on it for a minute. On the flip side of that, if I paid $1, then I can afford to sell it for 10, 50% off of the retail.
that, if someone's gonna see that and be like, okay, that's a good value, and maybe it sells faster.
What's wrong, baby?
You ready to go? All right, we're here at the next booth. We're gonna get out and we're gonna show you what's what, why we do all of this.
All right, time to show you why we do all this. I got the little one with me. Oh no, where'd she go? Come here. You gonna look at the mirror? How you doing, sir? So this is the booth. We got all kinds of junk in here. Let's see, this is our pops. Got all our pops right here. Comic books, manga, anime, things like that. Star Wars right here. Our video games are down there. Got a whole wall of Pokemon plushes. Let's show you that. Yeah. So over time, we have accumulated all this stuff. Probably value everything that's here about $10,000, something like that. I think overall in the last 2 years, we've slowly, with about a $500 investment that I got from a tax refund, we have built this booth, a second booth, and we have we basically have 2 rooms of stuff. So with that $500 investment, which I got back, I was refunded. So really $0 invested. We've built about $50,000 in actual retail value of the items that we have. Okay, we did about $30 in sales over the weekend. Not great. Our total rent is like $200 for a 12 by 12 space in there. I'm gonna show you the next space. We got an entire room at the other booth. This was the first one that we opened, and yeah, it's been doing okay. We already have about $300 in total sales for the month of March so far. So a slow weekend, but we had a very big first week. So we're gonna definitely still be in the green over here. The other place is more expensive. It is brand new, so we're trying to build the word with that and everything. We're hoping for the best. We're gonna stop at Goodwill before we go to the next booth, and we're gonna see if we can find anything to slap a label on and put in the booth. Oh, where is it? All right, we're here at Goodwill. This Goodwill has been very good to us. We're here almost daily. We've made thousands of dollars on things that we found in this store. So stay tuned, let's see if we find anything today. All right, so we're in the Goodwill. This is where they keep all the DVDs and the books. We look for mangas there, video games. I didn't find anything good there. This is where they'll keep a lot of their game controllers and accessories. Half of hunting is knowing what you're looking at. Check it out. $15 in the booth all day. What they got on it, $2. Easy, easy money. It's all about knowing what you're looking at. $2 for it, not bad. If you see anything that I missed, comment down in the comment section below. It's all about learning and growing a knowledge base. These are some play sets that I saw, $10 a piece. Not something I would sell for the business, but if you're a parent, great savings on that. My daughter loves large play sets like that. Always check the coffee mugs. They're easy sell. All right, so we're out of the Goodwill. What did we find? That is the question, right? So I grabbed this Captain America coffee mug. We'll probably put like $7, $8 on it. It's, you know, just a mug. Paid $2. That's fine. It's not too bad. Worst case scenario, I keep this. This is another thing to consider whenever you are out thrifting to resell. It's like, oh, you know, worst case scenario, this is going in my cupboard, right? This is another thing I found. You saw me find that. $2. It's an official Viz Media hat. Tags right there. So it's official. We only sell official things. We none of our shit's fake. So you know, it's all about knowing what you're looking at too. Anybody can see that and think, oh, you know, maybe it's cheap. But
but I recognize it as Naruto. That might not seem like a big deal, but some people don't know what Naruto is, right? There are people who have been in the Goodwill who passed on that. There are people who walked in there and passed on that today because they're not resellers. They don't like Naruto, whatever the case may be, or maybe they thought $2 was too much. I'll sell that in the booth for $15 all day. I don't care if it's a $10 hat. I don't care if it's a $20 hat. I pay $2 for it. I'm gonna get 15. I'm happy with that. We sell hats all day. It is easy. Maybe online I'd only get $10 for it, and then after fees and everything, maybe I make $6. But 7.5x in the booth, not bad. All right, we're at the newest booth. I want to show you around. It is an entire room. Check it out. Check out the space. Look at that. We have the displays. My business partner, I think he paid $500 a piece for them. We have the display in the middle. We got loose figures down here. Most everything is new in the box. We got all the Star Wars stuff right here. Our wall of Funko Pops. The display case over here where most of the Pokemon stuff is gonna be. Harry Potter stuff right here. We got games on the wall. We got, this is all pretty much D&D books. Anime, Ninja Turtles, more games. We got Yu-Gi-Oh stuff right here. That was my personal collection, but up it goes. You run out of room sometimes. Oh, you want to buy this SpongeBob Monopoly? Okay, we're gonna leave that right there, okay? I think we paid $2 for that. We got 25 on it. Look at that. Look at that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, we're pretty proud of this room. It is, I believe, $350 a month, and we've got a total of 30 sales so far in the month of March. So I don't know if this is encouraging anybody to actually get out and do. But slowly, we have accumulated things. You know, I found two things today, right? I only went to one thrift store. I'm gonna try to go to 2 more today, and we'll see. But think about it, if you got 2 items a day where you can turn $1 into $10, how many things you'd have at the end of the year, right? And if you could take every dollar you have and turn it into $10, how much money would you have? You'd probably be doing pretty all right. You know, it's more of an investment. A lot of these things, they can go up or down in value. However, something like this, right? This is probably always going to go up in value as long as there is a civilization that exists. And if everything goes to shit, then you got bigger problems than whether or not your grade 8 Vegeta has gone down in value. This is an example of what not to do whenever you are starting your own booth. It bothers me because there isn't a single official item here. See, reproduction. These are all, what, $15 a piece? Yeah, they're all fake, every single one of them. Yeah, this guy has been popping up pretty much at every antique mall that exists on the coast, and yeah, none of his stuff's real, and it bothers me. As someone who prides themselves on selling real items, real official items, this stuff bothers me. All right, we're at this little hole in the wall Chinese place where we're gonna grab some lunch before we go hit the other 2 booths and run the last 2 errands that we gotta do. I wanna take a moment to talk about why we opened the booths. Originally, we were in a storage unit. That's where we were selling. We were selling primarily online. We would show up, we would find the things, we would list it, organize it, pack it to ship. It was working out for a while, but then they raised our rent, and we priced out whether or not we could move into a booth. And a booth was cheaper than
So in a way, the booth started out as a way to store items we were selling online, and eventually it became profitable on its own. All right, we're gonna go get some lunch. All right, we're at the other Goodwill. Ooh, where is it? There it is. We're at the other Goodwill. Fun fact about this Goodwill, this is where I hit my first home run. I bought a Black Series Kylo Ren helmet for $25 and we sold it for $300. That was my first big, like, out of the park whenever I started doing this. It's pretty exciting. Let's get in there and see what we can find. Here we are in the other Goodwill. Give you a good look. They have a couple of display cases, some video games, nothing really of note. If you see anything, like I said, let me know. Books, 6 for $5. You can find some good stuff in there, maybe mangas, things like that. Minions lunchbox. All sorts of different toys. If you're just looking for yourself, then you might find some good stuff. There are golf clubs there, there might be money in golf clubs if you know anything about golf clubs. I don't, personally. I always check the plushes because we sell a lot of Pokemon things. I found a Master Ball in this same bin just last week, but we didn't really find anything today except for a Peppa Pig and a naked Goofy. All right, so we're out of the Goodwill. What did we find? Not necessarily a home run, but it is a good lesson in building knowledge and being creative. Okay, so this Goodwill does 6 books for $5, usually kids books. Now what I did is I got a bunch of books for my daughter that I think she would enjoy. And while I was looking, I found this. First, there's this. This can go in the booth. It kind of fits our niche, comic book stuff, you know. It was 6 for $5, so I paid less than $1 for this. I'm gonna put 5 on it in the booth. Not that crazy. However, when I'm talking about getting creative, check this out. This right here is not a book. They had it by the books because they think it's a book. What it actually is a Dungeons and Dragons screen for a Dungeon Master. And it's got all the stats and, like different game rules and conditions and things like that. I recognized it because I play D&D. So I paid less than $1 for this. I'll ask 10, right? And that might not seem crazy, but over time that stuff can add up. So it's just all about your knowledge base and being creative whenever you're buying this stuff. The people at Goodwill, they don't know that it's the Dungeon Master screen. They think it's a book, right? And so they charge less than $1 for it. So I will be able to make some pretty good money off that. So build your knowledge base, and the more you learn, the more you can make. All right, we're at America's Thrift Store. This is our bread and butter. We love this store. We have made thousands of dollars in this store. So let's go see what we can find today. All right, so we're in ATS, a large space. This is the game display case. I didn't find anything in this personally. The girl section. Hazel was looking through this stuff. If you see anything, shout it out. We saw a little Elsa, a couple of Elsa Anna things. Olaf, a good grab for a parent looking. Anna, Hazel already owns these, so I didn't grab them for her, but a good deal nonetheless. Always got to point it out, even if I'm not picking it up. She decided we were buying the Moana baby doll. You can find Squishmallows here all day. We find new in box board games that we sell a lot here. I also collect chess sets. This is the boys section where we can find a lot of our superhero stuff, DVDs, things like that. Nothing today. I did find some Big Bang Theory season 1 through 7. I think 4 of them were sealed and they were all $3 a piece. That's a great deal. I did not buy any of them, but if you were looking, then, you know, I look for mangas and anime and things like that over here. Sometimes they'll have some video game systems back here. And I always check all of these bags. because they're like $3 a piece. An Aladdin mug I found. I did not buy it. I think they have $4 on it. It's pretty expensive for a mug. I have found different game controllers over on this area. A nice little Nightmare Before Christmas mug, a Sally mug, $4. I'd probably get 8 out of it, so I passed. And I found a little Disney keychain, a bell, and that keychain alone, you know, maybe it's an $8 keychain. The whole bag was $3. And then there was a Queen of Hearts also that I saw. So if you know what you're looking at, you can find some good deals. All right, so we're out of the store. What did we find? Nothing. We didn't find anything. Not for the business, at least. What did I find? What did I buy? I bought this little fella. It's a little wooden box. The idea is to make sort of a proof of concept, because we want to start making our own dice boxes to sell to people who play D&D. So that is the plan with that. It's gonna stay tuned. I'm gonna probably cut together something so y'all can watch me do that, and we're gonna see if we can make any money. I paid $2 for it. Hopefully after materials and everything, we can get everything in it, make it looking nice for about $10 more, and hopefully sell it for like 30-ish. So we'll see. I've never done anything like that, so we will see how that goes. All in all, not a super eventful day, but you got to do it every day, and you got to always keep your eyes open. Was there money in this store? Yes, there's money in this store. It wasn't money in my niche, though. I didn't find anything that falls under my umbrella, and that's okay. Maybe you could walk into the store today and make money off of shoes. Maybe you can walk into that store and make money off of shirts. I didn't look at that stuff because I don't sell that stuff generally. It's all about doing what you do and learning and becoming better every single day. So keep hustling. Bye.